Turn around, Ted.
It's
then it won't
not
see you.
working.
You have to turn around.
Turn around.
Turn around, it won't see you.
I don't. It's the cord.
Oh.
He's stuck by the cord. All right, well, I'm going to start, Ted. I'm not going to wait on you anymore.
That's fine.
Hello and welcome to the Sideescape Gaming Podcast, episode 120. I'm your host, Jake Burke, and joined, as always, by James St. Charles and Ted Command Center Libby.
Thank you.
Ted, what is your command center?
I got a lot of flack last week for my prison cell setup.
Prison setup?
The prison cell background wasn't too good.
No, it was you're getting better. You're getting better. You're
no,
improving.
I would say this is worse, but we'll see. We'll see what happens next week.
What is that from?
Just Discord's free
Discord's.
options. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, enough about Discord, because this is the 120th episode of the Sideescape Gaming Podcast, where every Monday morning an episode goes live on YouTube.com, SoundCloud, and Spotify, except we don't post on the other of those two, just on YouTube. You can blame Ted. He said he'd take that upon himself in 2022. It's 2023. And we're talking about predictions for 2023. But Ted, we both failed last year. We did not play Fallout 76 because James won the 2021 predictions. And we basically told James, no.
Wait, how long was it installed on your Xbox?
It's still installed on my Xbox.
Yeah, mine's still installed too. I think I installed it in February, right after. And we just didn't do it. There were multiple times where people asked me, why is that on your Xbox? I just went, I don't want to talk about it.
We lost a bet. So we are going to do it. We are going to play Fallout 76 this year. We're going to do it.
I have a separate backlog for lost prediction episodes.
So James, we will play Fallout 76 with you within the next 2 months. I'm saying by March.
2 months.
By March.
Yeah, by March 20.
By March? Okay.
What's the last day of March?
The 30th?
31st?
Count your knuckles. January, February, March. It's 31st.
Yeah. 31st, yeah.
But
there's a calendar.
We do this every year. We do these predictions, these 5 predictions, reaching at 5 for the new year. We're going to have to talk about them, but we also have to go back and we got to look at roll predictions. So we're going to go look back at 2022. And I'm going to let you know, I whooped your asses in 2022, okay?
I don't remember my 2022 prediction.
Well, Ted, I'm going to start with you, okay? You said we're all going to play Escape from Pony Island, Adventure to Pony Island, the Inscription predecessor.
Yeah.
All right. Activision and Blizzard will announce a StarCraft IP. That did not happen.
That did not happen.
Xbox announces some kind of early access program. That did not happen. And actually, they need to release games to have early access, so it definitely didn't happen. Yeah. EA will convert a game that is currently cost money to free to play. And you said kind of like Battlefield, maybe? None of that happened. Capcom will announce some free to play Street Fighter with some kind of entry point. That did not happen.
Street Fighter 6.
But it's not free to play.
God.
It's a $70 game.
Not yet.
Yep.
And a major gaming company will announce or release a mobile edition next to their console/PC game. I don't know if that happened.
That did happen.
Okay.
That did happen.
So you got one.
Okay.
On a couple fronts, yeah.
You got 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one did that happen with?
Thank you,
Tower
EA,
of God or something
for
like that?
releasing a whole bunch of shitty mobile games.
I don't know. What? I wonder what game
I
actually
think
did that.
Tower of God was the one.
What is Tower of God?
It's like a Genshin Impact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. James,
Mm-hmm.
you said we were going to play Starfetchers if you won.
Oh, I love that game. It's only 45 minutes.
Right, yeah. It's like episode 1, right? It's
Yeah. They have not made any more content for it.
Okay. Nintendo would release a first-party game to PC.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a big swing.
That was a
big swing.
I'm not doing anything Nintendo except for one thing this year.
Which I watched this episode again, and Ted and I go, James, that will never happen. You went, Mario's coming to PC, trust me, is what you told us.
Did it not come to PC?
There was no Mario game last year.
Yeah, in his defense,
there was
Sparks
Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah, Mario and Rabbids could have come into PC.
Yeah.
And I guess
that's the only one. That's why I was banking on that.
Well, according to Ubisoft, that's the reason why they've canceled all these games and pushed back Skull and Bones, because of Mario and Rabbids' performance.
Yep.
That's so sad.
E3, no digital show, no nothing. E3 is done. You got that right. There was no E3 last year.
What about this year?
There is an E3 this year.
I feel like I can't use it again if I've already done it.
No.
I feel like I can't do that again.
No, and they also have announced there's going to be an E3.
Yeah, I didn't do it, so I'm just saying.
Steam Deck gets delayed at least another quarter. It actually didn't get delayed.
It didn't get delayed at all. Yep.
Wild.
They actually ramped up.
Wild.
Yeah, I should have done the inverse.
Game Pass gets a price increase, minimum of $5. It did not go up $5. I think it went up $1. And PlayStation's new service will do first-party exclusives day and date, just like Xbox. They did not do that.
They did not do that.
They actually said, fuck
that was
anybody.
a good prediction, but
that was a great one. They weren't going to do that.
They didn't do that.
They're
Damn,
winning.
I
They
don't,
don't
I
need
don't
to.
even know about their service.
Oh, no. Oh, there's 3 tiers. Okay.
I mean, I know the tiers. I just don't even know what the hell is
You
going
know
on
the
there.
tiers? That was as far as I
Premium,
knew.
ultra deluxe, premium, plus.
Premium.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
fucking
that's actually
terrible.
a pre-order. Sorry.
I just know it sucks.
And then Jake's 2022 predictions, where I said we're all going to play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And we are going to play Castlevania Symphony of the Night because I won. John Madden will be on the cover of Madden 2023.
Yep.
No other players will be on any cover. That's true.
Yep.
Game Pass comes to TVs, either a TV-based app, Roku, or Google TV.
Correct.
It did. It came to Samsung.
Yep, it did. I told you.
Yep.
I sent you the thing.
Yeah, I know. Nintendo does not. This is my favorite. This is my favorite one I got right. Nintendo does not show any footage or cinematics of Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
They did
Yeah.
not.
It's an easy one.
They did not.
Well, they showed stuff before though.
Yeah, they showed
No,
a
no.
title
so
reveal.
you would expect
them to at least show
them to
something.
show-
They have a title reveal.
Yeah, and they have not
nothing.
showed any more things. They actually didn't even talk about it once in 2022. 343 will reveal a content roadmap for Halo Infinite. They did
did,
not.
right?
No, they just.
No, I thought they did, but then they scrapped it.
Yeah, they kind of scrapped it, and I also was like, they're going to announce a single player expansion and 2 story DLCs, and they did.
No,
Nothing.
they didn't do the
No.
They definitely had a roadmap though.
Yeah, they kind of revealed a small roadmap, but I wouldn't give myself points for this one. And then Hollow Knight Silksong will be re-revealed and released on the same day. That did not happen.
That would have been amazing, but
That
it was
did not
re-revealed.
It was re-revealed to come out sometime soon.
Yeah, still nothing.
So we're going to play Castlevania
Okay.
Symphony of the Night this year.
Wait, well, will we?
We're going to play Fallout 76. And
We
we're going
have
to
till
play
March of next year.
yeah, until March of next year to do it. But
Oh.
we're gonna do an episode on Castlevania Symphony of the Night because it's all kind of our type of game as well.
No,
we
yeah,
we love
I've seen it many times.
Metroidvanias. Have either of us, any of us played it?
No, I seen it.
You can buy it off of the Xbox store, and it's also on phones. And
Yeah.
apparently it's pretty good on phones. So
And Sony
no
has
excuses.
a really good like port of it on PS5 and PS4.
Mhm.
So cool. We'll play Fallout
There's a
76.
really good. There's a really good song in it. I mean, there's a bunch of good songs. It has one of the best soundtracks.
Well, and apparently
yeah.
it's got like the coolest map ever because the map eventually
Yeah.
flips and you do the whole map
Yep.
upside down, and that's pretty fucking cool.
And you do a cool backdash with Alucard that makes you go faster.
Ted, do you know why his name is Alucard?
Dracula backwards.
Yeah.
Good job, Ted.
How great
You
is
Which
that?
is the stupidest.
And it's a great name.
It's a
seems
great
just
name.
a good name without it being spelled backwards.
Now it's time for business, Ben. The
Yep.
2023 predictions.
Mm-hmm.
James, I'm going to think that you should go first because we just blatantly didn't play your game when you won. So I think you get precedent of
Then I'll
recording.
get-
Well,
then
should
I-
we say what games we're competing for here today?
So let's say our games that we're going to
Okay.
put on the table for 2024. So James, what game, if you win, are we playing in 2024?
Okay, so the game is Dead Cells, which we've all played.
Yeah.
But it's the Castlevania DLC.
I love
Keeping
it.
the Castlevania theme.
I love it. And that's great. Ted, what is your game?
Half-Life.
One?
Whichever. I think Jake and I should play 2, but James, I know you've played
I'm gonna
2, so I'm gonna
play.
make
Let
you
me play
1.
Alex Leviathan.
Yeah.
Okay,
How about
yeah,
that?
sure. Do whatever you
Half-Life
fucking want,
game you
James.
haven't played before. I think
Okay. I
will
love
make
it.
that
I played every single
stipulation-
one, but except for Alex Leviathan, which is a mod.
No, but I
It's
think
play that
official.
Ted and I
Blue
should play
Point.
Half-Life 2. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And James has to
wait,
play some
You
horrific
need to play the
mod that was
episodes.
made in
with-
1998.
Actually, no, you don't need to play episodes. Don't play the episodes.
I mean, we can play all of
I say you
Half-Life 2.
don't because they haven't released like the next part in Half-Life Alex, so you don't know if the episodes matter yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Ted, I'm going to let you choose what my game will be.
Okay, I get to pick 2.
You get to pick 2.
My own and
Either-
yours. Yeah.
Jonathan Blows The Witness,
Oh,
or
sorry, I thought that was going somewhere way different.
Jonathan Blows You.
Jonathan,
Or because the theme of this year seems to be The Last of Us, I think it'd be great for Ted to play The Last of Us Part 2. And I would play that game again in a heartbeat.
Part 2?
Part
Dose?
2.
Or
that has
part
a
one?
has
I
a
haven't played
lot of
part one.
updates since I played. Maybe I'd like to play that again too.
So Last of Us Part 2 or The Witness, Ted?
Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. If I win, we're playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Which it says the only issue with The Witness is I get really frustrated with puzzle games.
Oh. Now that's a puzzle game.
Yeah, that's a puzzle game. That
Yeah,
is
it's like
that
a
is the
puzzle game.
magnum opus of puzzles.
That's when Maddie's flipping through my notebook. She's like, "What is all this?" I'm like, "Well, the symbols mean different things, but they don't tell you what the symbols mean. So you got to learn what the symbols mean." And I think I've learned what the symbols mean. Yeah, shit was crazy. There's a part where you got to use the shadows of a tree to figure out the puzzle. Coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Nice.
James, what is your first prediction for
All right,
2021?
first prediction, I'm gonna do a big one, which has to do with Activision Blizzard.
Ted just disappeared.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, Ted, you actually did it. Microsoft
I'm so
Activision
weird.
Blizzard deal.
Oh,
Microsoft is laying off a lot of employees today. I think
mhm.
I was reading it was like almost like 10,000, but there's no confirmed number. But it's a lot.
It's around 10,000. I
They're
saw you.
Yeah. I'm predicting it's gonna go through. Strong prediction because there's a lot of fight with Europe right now. Like, they're pushing back on it. But I think that Microsoft has had the money put away for quite some time, and they're not just gonna let this slip.
Yeah,
gonna
FTC
fight.
also is also pushing against it too.
Yeah.
The FTC.
But I think they don't have a fair argument against a lot. They're gonna use a lot of case from Sony, from Nintendo. So I think that might hurt them in terms of the other companies. It's not gonna hurt Microsoft. But yeah, they're hurting. They're laying off a lot of employees.
That's interesting. So you think it's going through by the end of this year?
Yeah.
So by the end of this year, Microsoft
end of
will
this year,
own Activision
yeah.
Blizzard.
Yep.
Okay.
I think was supposed to be like due like March, April timeframe.
Yeah, that's,
Probably not.
but I think now it's gonna be pushed way back because of all this EU FTC stuff. It's gonna take forever.
Right, but it can still go. It can still go through.
Yeah, I'm thinking. It's interesting. One of my predictions is that it won't go through, but I don't think I'm gonna use that one.
No, as I told you, inverse.
Yeah, I know.
You can inverse it.
All right, Ted, you wrote that down.
I wrote that down.
Okay, what's your first prediction, Ted?
I don't know. I have to pick a first one, which is really tough. Just gotta stretch it out here.
Yeah, stretch it out. What do you got?
My first prediction, and I'll just go in order that I wrote it. Sony will reveal a first-person shooter, parentheses, making moves to compete against the now Microsoft's Call of Duty.
Okay,
Oh.
so they will reveal a new IP that's
Just a first-person shooter. Like, we can only, our fingers are all crossed that it's Killzone 4. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, we all know
That'd
it.
be so.
Right.
Great.
Yeah, I don't want to like
right, of course.
take words out of your mouth, but we all want it to be Killzone. But you know, they'll come out with a first-person shooter, and it's going to have a very multiplayer, live servicey
Focus.
kind of a yeah.
Is it Bungie? Not.
Yeah,
This isn't the part of
Destiny
your.
can-
But do you
yeah.
think it's Bungie?
They
Sony
bought
owns Bungie.
right? Use Bungie. Yeah,
I was to say,
they
it could be a
bought a
Destiny
first-person shooter developer.
But Bungie's in the weird thing where Bungie is not, I don't believe, under PlayStation Studios. I believe it's their own entity under Sony, which is bizarre. But interesting. Okay, I like that. That's an interesting prediction. All right. Starfield does not release before the month of November 2023.
Easy.
No, what? How did that's
Before the
easy?
month of November?
November, before November.
So like I say
It's
that
the end of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's already been delayed.
yeah, from November to spring or whatever, but it's not coming out this spring.
No, wasn't it delayed to the second half of 2023 already?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought they already have stated.
Is that too
it's-
easy? You want me to go with a different prediction?
Just say by the end of the year.
I mean, do you think it's
just
going to
like
come out
1
at
month.
all?
Yeah, so
Really, your prediction is you think Starfield's going to come out in 2023.
No, I think it is though.
I think it's coming out
But
this
yours
year.
is- why don't
Okay.
you just say December then?
November
Because,
or
like,
December.
That's the end of the year.
Because
November,
I think
December.
it's going to come out on 11/11/23, but I'm not going to lock that in as a prediction. But November
good
I'll
and
write that in
December.
parentheses.
I think it's coming out 11/11/2023.
That's
God,
pretty-
Talk
that's
about missing
pretty-
the mark.
That'd be like, I'll give you 10 points for that if that happens.
I get a Trump win. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my first one. Don't worry, Ted. I have a batshit crazy one that I'm saving for the end.
I know. I didn't rate my predictions as batshit or not batshit. They're all just mixed together. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. All right, James. What is number 2?
All right. I'm doing the movie one next. Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Mhm.
Gonna sell well,
Okay.
but we're gonna have really poor critics ratings. So I'm going Rotten Tomatoes for critics ratings. So it's gonna be really bad for critics and then really high for users.
So, do you have
That's
a
my first
percentage where we can kind of judge like bad for critics?
Less than 30% for the
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna have high user rating because it's users.
Should we say turns a profit?
Oh, it's gonna turn a
when it
profit.
comes
Yeah.
out?
Oh no, it's gonna
I
turn
think
profit.
that's not even a prediction. I'm just like saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying as like I'm doing the ratings.
Critically, this movie is going to be shitty.
Yeah.
Okay. Super Mario movie,
but
less
it's
than
gonna make
30% critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. That's a quantifiable one. We can just fucking
Yeah,
check
that's what I
at
like,
the
a
end of
little quantifiable. And you can check it.
I like that.
James is going to be out there with like multiple accounts.
Do you have a Mario prediction, Ted?
No.
Okay. I was say we could have a little Mario time right here. All right, Ted, what's your next prediction?
Wait, sorry.
Oh,
just really quick because you were talking about Mario.
Yeah.
We are not going to talk about this podcast. You know, like what we've been playing, but I have been playing the new Mario and Rabbids.
Ooh, Sparks of Hope.
Yeah, because I beat the old one, and the old one sucked, and the boss fight sucked. But I don't want to talk about it because you don't need to play that game. You just need to play the second one because it doesn't even acknowledge the first game. But anyways, they voice acted a lot of them now. So like a lot of the characters are voice acted, and the Mario Rabbid is like, "Hey, it's a Mario," like that kind of accent. It's the best thing ever. I play him all the time.
Just a blue collar man from Jersey.
Exactly. He's like,
forget
Mamma
about
Mia,
it.
Mamma Mia. He does that. It's just, I was like, God, I wish there's someone like that in the movie.
Oh, there is. It's called Chris Pratt.
Let's hope. We can only hope.
Hey,
yeah. Let's
it's a very heavy, like just a very Italian accent.
I love that. That's amazing.
It's great. I love it.
Ted, what is your second prediction?
Shoot. My second prediction, I put there will be friction with getting Activision Blizzard games onto Game Pass day one. Diablo 4 will not initially go on Game Pass due to its current volume of pre-order sales.
No. I don't think that would. Yeah.
You think that's an okay prediction? I'm okay with that. I think Diablo 4 not being...
To narrow that down, Diablo 4 will not initially come to Game Pass the day that the merger
Now, my
goes
only
through.
problem with this prediction, Ted, I don't think Microsoft is going to own Activision by the time Diablo 4 comes out. So, like, at this moment, Diablo 4 is not coming to Game Pass.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the only thing.
So, to amend the correction, when ActiBliz becomes part of Microsoft, Diablo 4 won't just immediately
be on it.
Diablo 4, meaning their newest game, won't just immediately go on Game Pass day one.
So Diablo 4 maybe won't be on.
Will that happen this year though?
Won't be on Game Pass until this whole year. Do you want to say that?
Yours is for this year though, so it has to come out. It has to not come out initially day one this year.
No. I'm thinking how we can say it is that Diablo 4 is not on Game Pass at the end of 2023.
But it probably won't
I think it'll be on Game Pass by the end of 2020. It'll be on there by the Christmas season for sure.
Okay. So if the deal doesn't go through, it doesn't get on there.
Yeah, and he loses the
it
prediction. If the deal doesn't go through, Ted loses the prediction no matter what.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
Put that in parentheses, Ted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm okay with that. Because that's multiple factors that if they don't own it, Ted's out anyway, so that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Bloodborne, PS5 and PC remake by Blue Point Games is announced this year. Maybe it comes out, but it's announced this year. Blue Point Games is making Bloodborne PS5 and PC. That's why you don't have your 60 frames per second port on PS5.
And PC? Like it's got to be both?
Yes, it's got to be both.
You know that leaked GeForce list that has Bloodborne on there? Most of those games have come to PC.
Right. But
like Returnal, all that. So Bloodborne has been the only one that's been so quiet. And I feel like that's something you like announce really early.
Well,
so that's a good one.
FromSoft updated all of their games from the PS4 versions to PS5 at 60 frames per second, except for Bloodborne. Bloodborne is still locked at 30.
Bloodborne has this very weird thing with the game where everything is hard coded to 30 FPS. It's not even like modifiable. Like you can there's like some mods but it's not good.
Yeah.
So they have to almost rewrite the whole game. So if
that's why I think we're getting a remake.
So
that's why
Bloodborne
you
remake announced for the PS5 and PC. So just for
by
clarification,
Blue Point Games.
Blue Point. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a strong
because they made Demon Souls.
So if they say PS5 only and they leave the PC out of their wording,
I lose.
Cool.
Bloodborne's coming to PC. Take it to the bank.
Yeah, Bloodborne's coming to PC.
And I think Blue Point because they did Demon Souls, and I think the interesting thing about this is that Bloodborne, I believe, is an owned IP by Sony, not by FromSoft, because it makes up for the Demon Souls deal. And I believe that there is a chance that FromSoft's going to go just completely with Elden Ring and Armored Core and all this stuff. And I think maybe
Elden Ring DC.
Sony could take over Bloodborne IP as their own thing. And that'd be interesting.
Interesting.
That'd be my like long-term prediction. But
Right.
But yeah, that's my second one. All right, James, what is your third prediction?
Third prediction is. Oh, this is good. I wrote. This is what I wrote down. Hogwarts, cyberpunked.
Oh, it comes out in a shitty state. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. It's gonna sell well because of course the pre-orders are crazy.
Oh, it's insane.
But it's gonna come out a buggy mess.
Is it coming to previous gen?
I don't know.
I'm looking at it.
Maybe I'll just count current
Hey-o.
gen and
Oh, yeah.
PC.
It's coming
Current
to
gen PC.
It's coming to PS5, 4, and Xbox Series S or Xbox One.
Those might be
Until they
buggy.
take it off the market.
Yeah.
No, but I think James, that's a great prediction. Is that it even comes out to those consoles in a cyberpunky shit mess.
I don't know.
I like
the no Quidditch and the
when you
flying.
say
looking...
cyberpunked, does that mean just generally across the board? Not
Everyone
like a weird
bought into
outlier
it.
where if the PS or the Xbox One version is shit, but the rest of it's clean. Okay.
Across the board.
Across the board, like at least like past
Cyberpunk
gen
was
and
not
stuff.
isolated incidents.
No.
No.
I'll give you that, and I think we'll know if like reports are Hogwarts is unplayable on PS4.
Yeah. It
Like,
can't
that's
be
a
like,
problem.
hey, this new Witcher revamp is making my monitor
No.
do this, and like, no. It has to be like.
Yeah, like no, we'll know.
Everyone's
It'll be like
expecting
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
That's a fun prediction. I like that. That's cool.
Fair one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Teddy Westside.
I'm realizing now I wrote a lot more just batshit crazy Nintendo prophecies.
I love it. I wrote
than
some Nintendo.
I had
prophecies.
originally thought. But let's do it.
Let's do it.
Nintendo will make a hardware announcement, but it's not going to be Switch related.
Ted, that's one of my predictions.
Oh my god.
Mine, like word for word, is Nintendo will announce hardware, and it has nothing to do with the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get like the?
I'll jump on this grenade.
The block one.
Like you're gonna get like some like Nintendo 64
and 64 classic.
Classic.
A classic, another classic.
Yeah, and they'll be like, we announced 2 pieces of hardware this year. That's nothing.
Yeah, like some new controller to play with your
We're
Switch.
revamping that Game & Watch thing that we put out.
Yep. All right.
Oh my,
Crossing that one out. Damn, that was a good prediction, Ted. That was my next one too.
nice.
I love that. Okay. I got 3 left. Let's do this.
Okay.
The Elden Ring DLC that is inevitably coming out this year
Mm-hmm.
will be so good, James, that during our Game of the Year conversation,
We'll talk about it.
we will discuss, can we say that this is Game of the Year? That will be part of the conversation of, does the Elden Ring DLC expansion pass? Does it qualify? Like Ted wants to have that conversation every year about like, well, what is Game of the Year?
I do want to have that conversation every
The
year.
Elden Ring DLC will be a part of that conversation. It will be so good that we will
Are we
contemplate
talking about
it.
the Coliseum DLC?
No, but you know what I'm saying, like the expansion.
No,
pack.
no, the
Like-
Coliseum
like-
is
like-
already
Is there more
out.
stuff coming? Okay.
there's like
Oh,
a big,
oh,
there's a big
oh.
pack. Come on,
There's a new game coming out.
come on,
basically.
Ted. There's a little clouded thing in the middle of the map. We're gonna
Ted.
get something there. Come on, Jesus Christ. You know what it is, James? He's not the
He
Elden
hasn't
Lord.
he hasn't beaten it.
He is not
Yeah,
an
he
Elden
hasn't
Lord.
beaten it,
He's
so he
nothing.
doesn't know.
No, he's like he's still
I don't
fighting
know.
like
I haven't beat it.
in the lakes of he's just still in the lakes. It's
I
just
went
like,
outside
Fighting
this
the
summer. That was pretty cool.
lobsters.
yeah, he's still fighting lobsters. He's still fighting lobsters. You don't
Yeah.
even know what he's doing over here. But all right, we get that prediction. Elden Ring DLC is gonna be really good. My
Yeah.
other like way to quantify was like it's gonna be one of the top like 3 on Metacritic, but I think just saying that we will talk about
Well,
it.
I
It's
think
Game of the Year.
so.
They're on Metacritic's a lot.
The DLC coming out will probably also break the game's numbers in terms of people playing it.
Oh yeah.
That'll just like pause everything. Like if you're a game releasing when that DLC comes out, like just pray that like you're not impacted.
When do you think it comes out, James? When like
Summer.
that's what I'm thinking. Like July,
Yeah, summer.
June, July.
Yeah, July's
Yeah.
They always target summer, and I think it has to do with not anything in Japan, but it's just like the way Japan like cycles and
Yeah.
they get their content.
And I think you want to get away from Zelda.
Yeah.
And Zelda's
Like,
coming out in May.
Oh yeah. So you go like
Yeah.
July around that. Yeah, like but I want to riff off of what you're saying with
Your next
the
prediction.
Elden Ring. I'm going Armored Core 6 delayed 2024.
Great prediction.
Yep. that's
Great
how it
prediction.
goes. They're gonna put all the manpower on Elden Ring DLC.
I would agree. Now, what if Elden Ring DLC doesn't come out this year and Armored Core does? That's gonna suck.
That would be this would
gonna
be
really suck.
this would be that year. It's like, all right, great. You know, I'm just gonna play Legend of Zelda all year. No
I know.
worries.
James, just because we're going to take a minute.
Mm.
Are you a little worried about Tears of the Kingdom?
I'm not worried.
Okay.
They can give me the same game. That's how much that first game is.
What's Tears of the Kingdom?
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, right. Okay.
The Breath of the Wild 2, yeah. But
You're on a gaming podcast, Ted.
Sorry, Breath of the Wild 2. Okay, let's call it what it really is.
That's how good Breath of the Wild is, and still is for the like. It's still the best game on the Switch. That this game could just be the same game.
Yeah, and we'd be satisfied.
And I'd be satisfied, but I know it's not. And I know there's like a deep story here, and I trust them more than any of the other creators.
I think you're right.
So, yeah, it could be like they could have some weird issue, and it's like, oh well, this isn't fun. But I know most of the story will be good. And
yeah,
I'll be immersed.
Can't wait.
I know it's gonna be.
It's gonna be game of the year. We already know it.
Yeah.
All right, Ted, you got James's prediction about Armored Core being delayed?
I did, yes, and I'm thinking about my next one.
Okay, perfect.
So I have one here that I think I want to add for mine, but we might need to hash this out. We might need to discuss the fine details.
Okay.
All I wrote down was the community will revolt against Street Fighter 6.
I've heard some stuff about this in terms of like people adapting to the new style.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can figure out like this
when it releases,
critically panned and maybe unprofitable, or they'll make a statement about how it doesn't meet expectations. I'm not entirely sure what the community
does Tekken
means.
come out this year?
Yeah. Yes.
I think it does. Yeah, it does.
I believe they said 2024.
Yeah, I think it does come out this year. I think Tekken comes out this year as well.
Okay.
Can you?
So,
is there a way to quantify the Street Fighter community as a whole? Is there like
other than like Twitter?
So like Evo,
right?
Yeah.
But like they're not
Evo's
gonna not have Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, they're gonna have the latest game.
Like it's not like we're like they only play Melee and like fuck any other Smash Bros game that comes out.
I could
right?
put
how about
both critically panned and does not turn a profit, or in something along those lines.
Okay.
This year.
This year. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, eventually it'd probably turn a profit. But
critically panned, what is that? Where do you sit? Like, I mean, like sevens, sixes?
I was going to say sixes, but yeah, sevens is probably being critically panned nowadays.
Sevens is panned.
Because Ted, everything on IGN gets a 10 or a 9 unless it's bad.
Yeah. So
yeah,
if you get an 8, it's like, hey, that's a game.
Pentiment got a fucking 10.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I tried
like that game. Game.
I can't.
That game can't be a 10. I'm just sorry. Let's just be honest, guys.
I can't Pentiment.
That person really liked it.
I don't care. It's not a 10. You're telling me that Elden Ring and Pentiment are the same score?
No. Yeah.
I played Pentiment for 3 hours, and I never went back.
You played more than me.
Yeah,
I played it, and I was like, you know what? Should I just
stop
and have more fun with this?
There's a lot of better games I can go play.
Go get a PhD in literature, then play this.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna write and quote does not meet expectations.
Yeah, and I think we can
what Ubisoft said about all of their games.
And I'll take it as you guys as the more Street Fighter centric people, you can judge this as much as possible, and I'm cool with that.
I mean, it's flashy. I've seen it, and it's definitely better than 5. But I don't know. Definitely saw the pros were not having too much fun.
All right, Ted. My next prediction is long, and I want you to make sure all 4 points are made.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the year of The Last of Us, James. Yeah.
Do I write that? Is that one of the points?
You can write that. This is the year of The Last of Us. All right.
Is that one of the points?
This is one of the points.
Criteria off of?
The Last of Us multiplayer game, the Factions multiplayer game that's coming out, will launch this year. Okay. It's part 1. So they've got a multiplayer game. It's going to launch this year. Part 3.
Do we know anything about that?
Nothing. We know 0 about it. Just that it's multiplayer and it's coming.
I heard a rumor that it was going to be like a DMZ mode or Escape from Tarkov.
I would bet.
Rad.
I think that's exactly what that's going to be, and it's going to be absolutely incredible.
Okay.
So that's going to launch this year. Okay. Part 3, Last of Us Part 3, will be announced this year in some capacity, but officially that they are Last of Us Part 3 is in production. That's 2. Okay? This is all one prediction. The Last of Us.
To clarify, if you catch a rumor.
No.
That it's in production? No. So
it's officially announced by Sony, Microsoft, somehow, some way. Officially, Last of Us Part 3 is in production.
HBO's The Last of Us Part 3.
Yeah. Speaking of HBO, The Last of Us on HBO will get an Emmy or Golden Globe nominee for Best Drama.
I like that one.
Okay? That's Part 3. of this prediction. I want because all 4 of these have to be right because I feel like a lot of these are easy, but not all of this is easy.
Yeah.
And The Last of Us on HBO will win at least 1 acting Emmy.
Yeah. Who do you think?
I'm thinking.
Can I get? You don't have to say it. Like you don't have to.
I'm thinking Nick Offerman as Bill will be the one that wins.
Ooh, we haven't even seen anything as that.
But apparently,
have you guys seen more
his
episodes
voice.
than I have?
No. But apparently, his episode is the standout in all the reviews of the season.
Really?
The Bill Frank episode is
because we haven't seen anything. We've seen him, but we haven't seen him talk at all.
No. So
I'm
guessing that's my prediction. So Ted, do you want to read that back to me? Just because I know it's a lot, but I wanted to have a Last of Us centric thing.
Will launch 2023.
Boom.
Yep.
Part 3 will be announced 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Last of Us on HBO will get nominated
for best drama.
Best drama.
For best drama, an Emmy or Golden Globe, one of those 2.
Okay. Yep.
Because it's hard sometimes.
Is there anything else?
It's
and then there will be at least 1 acting award win.
HBO, Last of Us HBO will win 1 acting award.
Mm-hmm. That being said, I think Pedro Pascal could fucking take this shit because he was
like,
so good in that first episode.
Pascal could take it too.
Ted, did you watch the show yet?
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
All right, cool.
Nice. I was like, let's watch this, and I was like, oh, hour and a half. I was like, this is gonna be good. But that's not the case for the rest of the season, right? It's 45-minute episodes, or
I don't know. They haven't really said. So
I tried to look it up, and it was like 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and I'm like, they're just guessing. They don't.
My guess they're all gonna be like an hour, like Game of Thrones length. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's mine. And then so that's my 4th prediction. James, this is your final prediction.
Yeah, final one. Square Enix gets acquired.
Oh shit!
Cross that off my list because that's mine.
Did you just put acquired, or did you specify a company?
I said Sony, but
that's what I was gonna say.
But I think it's okay that just Square Enix gets bought.
Okay.
Because I could also see the reality.
I'd be afraid if some group bought it, and I'm like, oh, I didn't say Embracer Group.
Right, but I could see the reality where this Blizzard Activision thing doesn't go through. One of my other things I'm not going to have is like,
and Square Enix
is bought by Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft is making.
That's a good one.
Microsoft is really, they're
buying.
They are very interested in Japanese publishing companies
because they don't do well in Japan.
They have strong quote unquote friendships with like Sega and some of these other companies.
Square is really strong. Like someone should have bought them a while ago because they've just been pumping out money.
Well, that's like
how good FF14 is.
The one thing is that I don't think about Sony trying to buy them though is they have a really good relationship with Sony already. We're like,
but
Final Fantasy VII remake
bought a lot in the in terms of like
percentage wise. Yeah, but you're saying like Square will be fully acquired. Like Square Enix will become a first party Sony or Microsoft.
Yeah, that's what I am saying. Yeah, with Sony.
I like that. That's a good prediction. Do you think Ubisoft will be acquired at all this year? Because they are like
in utter
turmoil.
They're like a stubborn game company because the guy who runs it,
Yves Guillemot.
Yves, that dude will like he'll like die before someone buys.
He just called out all of his developers that the reason they're not making games, it's our fucking development team. The ball's in their court.
I mean, the Ubisoft as a whole is like their logo's a shit. Like it's literally like the top of a shit. But anyways. They have so much good IP.
I know.
So much good stuff, and they fumble the ball every time with these stupid ideas with the paid subscription, their own platform stuff, and they could just be like pumping out games. I feel like EA has recovered a little bit and has been doing well, but Ubisoft is just I don't know. Mario & Rabbids, great game. I'm loving it. It's great. Make more stuff like this.
All right, what game?
Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Oh, Mario & Rabbids. Okay.
Yeah, that is like a really it makes everything from the original game. The original game was like you move to this tile, you attack, boom. XCOM like. This one is like you can move anywhere within this like one circle. Just move anywhere, and then you can stop and do whatever you want. I love that. It's very, very free, and like how you can extend plays. It's just really great.
I'd be curious.
The battles are better.
James is just dying to talk about Sparks of Hope. I'm excited.
I know. I was like, it's been a couple weeks, so I was like, I didn't get to talk about it last week.
We'll talk about it at the end of this. At the end of the predictions, we'll let James talk about some Sparks.
No, because this episode's gonna go long. We'll next week. I think
next week we'll talk about Sparks of Hope.
I'll play it a little bit more.
Okay. Ted, what's your final prediction?
Choose wisely.
Paying for internet (Xbox Live Gold) will go away for Microsoft platforms.
It's like paying to play online?
Yeah, so my Xbox Live Gold, a lot like PlayStation Plus, still exists, right? Like if you stop paying for, it's included with Game Pass. If you stop paying for Game Pass, you cannot use your Xbox on the internet, with the exception of like Fortnite and other free-to-play games. But it does not work for like multiplayer games.
So they're gonna get rid of that.
And they've incorporated Gold into Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you have Gold. But there's still a lot of people out there who just pay for Gold and don't pay for Game Pass. And I think Game Pass is just going to go away. I think it's going to go away this year.
Okay. Xbox Gold goes away, and so you can play
Xbox Live is, I mean, that's what they call it, right? Silver is.
But you can play games. So you're saying that if you bought an Xbox, like in fall of 2023, you bought a new Series X, you could play any online game without having to buy Xbox.
Yeah, Gold. You will have online access. And they're just going to instead just push Game Pass, right?
Okay.
I think that the idea of Xbox Live Gold is going to go away this year.
Okay. I'll give that to you. James, don't worry. I don't think he's going to get it, so it's all good.
That's a good one. Jake.
My last prediction.
Is it a good one?
It's a Mia Mario time. You know what I'm saying, James?
Oh, yeah.
Here's my Mario prediction, all right? You ready for this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A new 3D Mario game will be announced.
Okay.
It involves the multiverse, or James, the Mario-verse. Paper Mario, 2D Mario.
Oh my god, that'd be so
all
good.
This stuff. And yes, Chris Pratt does have a cameo in this game because he's the movie Mario.
That actually sounds great.
So the 3D Mario game that's coming out is about the multiverse, and somehow there will be many Marios in it.
Yeah. I was reading people were like saying Bowser's Fury like continuation or something like that, which I never played that one. I don't know. Have you?
I mean, it's on Switch now. I'm kind of curious about it. That's that thing they made for the 3D world.
Right, exactly.
So I'm kind of curious, but like, I mean, you and I have talked about this a lot, James. Like, I'm not the biggest Mario guy, so like, I'm not dying to play more Mario games. But I think Mario's due for a multiverse kind of story. Like in Galaxy, he's got his hub world, but now he's gonna be jumping to
And Galaxy, I heard, is like one of the best. And Sparks of Hope is basically like Galaxy. Has it?
Yeah, the theme is like.
I feel like I need to talk about it. Yeah, the Sparks.
I like it. That's a good prediction.
Are the Lumas with the Rabbids inside them?
Stop it!
yes, that's what the Sparks are.
I gotta buy this game.
Oh god,
I love
it. That's funny. The rumor that I heard from some press marketing that Nintendo emailed to people is that there was going to be an Odyssey 2.
Yeah.
They might just be replaying their.
And maybe Odyssey 2 is multiverse.
That wouldn't come out. That wouldn't come out though. Maybe it now.
No, I mean the prediction is that it would get announced.
Because like, could you imagine you're playing a Mario game and then like you're going to Hyrule? Like one of your levels is Hyrule because it's the multiverse. You can go anywhere.
God, I hope not.
The Marioverse.
Yeah.
It's happening, Ted.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's my batshit prediction. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it'd be wild if it did, and that'd be fucking cool.
A lot of strong predictions.
It would be wild, let's put it that way. And you know what? I can kind of, the more we're talking about it, the more I'm like, they might
They might do it. That's where the world's going, Ted. Spider-Verse. We get it. Marvel's going multiverse. Ted, can you read back our predictions? What did we say?
Yeah. I'll start with Jake here at the top. Starfield comes out December of 2023. Bloodborne remake announced for PS5 and PC by Blue Point Studios.
Yep.
Elden Ring DLC will be so good. We talk about it in our Game of the Year discussions for 2023.
Yeah, this is a long one. So
Actions will launch in 2023. Part 3 of The Last of Us will be announced for 2023. The Last of Us on HBO will get nominated for an Emmy/Golden Globe. HBO will win HBO will win an acting award. And then finally, a new 3D Mario game will be announced. Involves the multiverse (Marioverse). Chris Pratt will have a cameo.
He's got to be in it. Come on, it's a him, a Chris Pratt. You know what I'm saying? It's
Or
a me,
everyone
a
just hates
Chris.
What are they gonna do? Oh, our next episode is just gonna be what the heck is Nintendo gonna do?
God, there's a lot.
Just predictions based on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
I like how we didn't say anything about
James's
hardware.
predictions.
Ted did. Ted had a good Switch hardware.
Oh no, but in terms of the Switch, we didn't say anything about the Switch. Like no Switch
because
Pro. or anything.
because we all know there's not going to be another Switch.
Yeah.
One of my predictions was
That
they're
was
just not
it.
going to announce any hardware.
Yeah.
Oof, we'll see. They've got to do something. Like one of the predictions I didn't say was that they would announce like a GameCube emulator, kind of like they've been doing that N64.
Yeah.
They might just keep doing that and like.
They never did an
this whole-
N64 one. They just stopped after Super Nintendo.
They did, didn't that come out?
The Super Nintendo one did.
Yeah, but didn't the N64 one come out? You can pay that extra tier and
I thought you meant
that's
like
on the Switch.
That's on the
Yeah.
Switch.
No, not
Yeah.
the classic, the like
Yeah,
emulators
yeah.
that they're doing for their online.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
I played them. They're not bad.
Yeah, they're not
So,
bad. I played Ocarina
When
of
they
Time.
come out
on
with the GameCube version of that, what can be here?
Oh, I love
It'd
that.
be
I
like
would
Ted
love
didn't
that.
put that on his predictions.
That would
He's
be
a dumb man.
amazing. Then we could play original Mario Soccer, Mario
Dude,
Baseball, All Stars.
Fucking, we would be playing Wind Waker right now, James.
We could be.
Anyway, James's predictions: Activision Blizzard merger will go through.
Cool.
Super Mario movie will get a less than 30% critical review on Rotten Tomatoes / review site.
I think that's crazy. I think that movie's gonna get like a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, well, I mean users is gonna do well, but I think the critics are
Critics.
gonna be hard on it. Yeah.
It'll be like the Emoji Movie.
I want to check what. Ooh, that's actually, you know what? That's a good barometer. I'll tell you what. The Emoji Movie's at a 0%.
Yeah, the Emoji
Yeah,
Movie.
there's some that have
it might have
zero,
bumped
there's some that
up
have
to
like
1%.
18, 12%.
Prediction number 3: Hogwarts will come out a buggy mess. Parentheses cyberpunked.
So just so you know, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the first one, which is one of the most annoying movies I've ever watched, has a 63 critical score on Rotten Tomatoes.
But that people like that one
Yeah,
because they redid the.
I like
just
that
let you know.
one.
Yeah, like people like
The first one.
Yeah,
Movie
second was better, but yeah.
I didn't watch the second one.
All right,
Jim Carrey
Hogwarts-
saved the first one.
Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey.
You got the Jim Carrey buff on that one.
True.
At the end of that movie, he's throwing a rock around, shouting, "Rock connaissance." That is a 10 out of 10 fantastic joke, and I
It
will
is.
fight anybody who disagrees with me on that. That is amazing.
None of us watched the second one.
No,
Nope.
I didn't.
Can I tell you about the
Came and
post-credit
went.
scene? Can I tell you about the post-credit scene?
Yeah, sure.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I've
sweet.
heard about that.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that could have been a
Shadow's
prediction.
great.
Shadow the Hedgehog is coming back in a game this year.
Do you remember that game where you just like shot people as Shadow the
Yeah,
Hedgehog?
you just had a gun,
You shot a
Yeah.
a
gun?
motorcycle.
Yeah,
Good times.
That was
That'll be on the
Sega.
GameCube
that was when
emulator.
Sega was cool.
That's what Sega was cool. Yeah. All right.
End the show right there.
Hogwarts Legacy's coming out of Buggy Mess.
No. James is number 4. Armored Core 6 gets delayed till 2024. And Square Enix gets acquired.
Great predictions, James. I think James is coming in strong.
We'll
I think he
see.
is too. What did I say? Ted says Sony announces a first-person shooter to compete with
Oof.
Call of Duty.
Oof, how exciting.
Diablo 2 will not be on Game Pass, quote, day one when the merger goes through. Parentheses fails if the merger fails.
Okay.
Yes.
What if it fails and comes to Game Pass? Anyway.
Well, but I think
that probably wouldn't happen.
with this prediction, though, you're saying that, like, it's going to come to Game Pass.
I
But
think
just
this
not
year-
right away.
It has to be within the
Yeah,
year.
I think we are going to see an internet uproar when Microsoft has to say, or Microsoft says, your newest game, Diablo 4, will not be coming to Game Pass day one. We just bought this company. This game
Yeah.
that you were waiting for is not on Game Pass.
Okay.
If
But, like, if it never comes to Game Pass, you also lose the prediction.
it never comes to Game Pass?
Like, by the end of the
No.
year, if it's not on Game Pass, you
These
still...
are only
you
good for
lose
a
the
year.
prediction. Yeah, you still lose the prediction. Like, it's got to come to Game Pass, but not day one.
What if it's yeah. So if it's like announced to come to Game Pass later,
Totally fine.
I take it.
But, like, by, like, New Year's Eve
But
next
if
year...
we haven't heard anything by New Year's Eve and it's
You're
not
SOL.
on Game Pass,
Yeah.
sure.
You're done.
They couldn't do that though.
They could?
Number 3, NVIDIA will make, or excuse me,
Nope,
not
Nintendo.
Nintendo.
NVIDIA's a
My handwriting.
graphics card maker.
Yeah, you know.
GeForce Now.
At least they make things.
Yeah, unlike Nintendo.
Yeah.
Boom, roasted.
They got
Yeah.
the Stadia.
Nintendo will make a hardware announcement, not Switch related.
Such a good
Number
prediction.
4, Street Fighter 6 will fail. Critically, 7s or below, and quote, does not meet expectations from Capcom.
Okay.
I like that.
Number 5, Xbox Live Gold will go away in some capacity.
Didn't even know it was still around.
That's
didn't know
why I
they
think
were
it's
out
going to
here.
get written off.
I did not know that you still had to pay on Xbox to play online.
Yeah. It was the
Yeah,
same
I mean, you
with
still do for PlayStation too.
Well, I knew that. I mean,
Yeah.
But
like there's still
so
that
dated.
arcane, that last generation thinking is still there.
Yeah, that's wild. And Ted, what were the games? Did you write those down that we're all going to play?
No, I did not write those down at all.
Fair.
Can you redo those for me?
I know mine was Last of Us Part 2. I know James's was something.
No, it was Dead Souls.
Oh, Dead Cells. Dead Cells Castlevania DLC.
Yeah. Yep.
Dead Cells X.
And Ted was Half-Life 2.
And Ted. We might have to play 2 Castlevanias in 2 years.
I know, that's why I did it.
I think James has the strongest predictions out of all of us.
Half-Life.
Yeah.
2.
We're going to be playing some Castlevania, Symphony of the Night,
/
and Dead Cells.
Whatever James hasn't played yet.
And that's our predictions. 2023. In the bag. Thank you so much for watching the 120th episode of the Sidescape Gaming Podcast. My name is Jake. That's James. That's Ted. We'll see you next week, where James is going to talk a lot about Sparks of Hope. It's a me, Mario.
Hey, mamma mia.
Mamma mia.